What's up, everybody? Jonathan Ryan here again, and I wanted to go into a little bit more detail on uh, the UFOs, the CIA disclosing the UFOs. So, the committee supports the efforts of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force at the Office of Naval Intelligence to standardize collection and reporting on unidentified aerial phenomenon. Any links they have to adversarial foreign governments and the threat that they pose to the U.S. military assets and installations. However, the committee remains concerned that there is no unified comprehensive process within the federal government for collecting and analyzing intelligence on unidentified aerial phenomena, despite the potential threat. The committee understands that the relevant intelligence may be sensitive. Nevertheless, the committee finds that the information sharing and coordination across the intelligence community has been inconsistent, and this issue has lacked attention from senior leaders. Therefore, the committee directs the DNI, the consultation with the Secretary of Defense and the heads of such other agencies as the Director and Secretary jointly consider relevant to submit a report within 180 days of the date of enactment of the Act to the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees on Unified Aerial Phenomenon, also known as anomalous aerial vehicles, including observed airborne objects that have not been identified. So basically what they're saying here is not enough has been put into the fact that they know that aliens are real, basically, and we don't know the threat that they could pose. And what they're saying here also is what they have found, they need to go into more investigation about. It says including observed airborne objects that have not been identified. In other words, they want to go in, they want to do their research, and they want to figure out exactly what this is and what kind of threat they pose, basically. But I'm just going to skim through this part. So basically, the committee further directs the report to include a detailed analysis of unidentified aerial phenomena data and intelligence reporting collected or held by the Office of Naval Intelligence, a detailed analysis of unidentified phenomena data collected by geospatial intelligence, signal intelligence, human intelligence, and measurement and signals of intelligence, a detailed analysis of data of the FBI, which is derived from investigations of intrusions of unidentified aerial phenomenon over restricted United States airspace, a detailed description of an interagency process for ensuring timely data collection and centralized analysis, identification of all official accountable for the process described in paragraph 4. In paragraph 4, it says here, centralized analysis of all unidentified aerial phenomenon reporting for the federal government, regardless of which service or agency acquired the information, identification of potential aerospace and other threats posed by the unidentified aerial phenomenon to national security, identification of any incidents or patterns that indicate a potential adversary may have achieved breakthrough aerospace capabilities that can put United States strategic or conventional forces at risk, and recommendations regarding increased collection of data, enhanced research and development, and additional funding to other resources. Now, this one right here, number 7, really got me thinking. Identification of any incidents or patterns that indicate a potential adversary may have achieved breakthrough aerospace capabilities that could put the United States strategic or conventional forces at risk. That really got me thinking, because they're not just so much worried about the UFOs as much as what if another country has developed some type of aerospace vehicle that we haven't gotten to yet. And I think that's pretty interesting that this so much isn't just completely about aliens, you know, otherworldly beings, as much as it's also about forces here on Earth that basically are better than the United States. Pretty much is what they're saying. Let's see. All right, this last part here. In an interview with the publication, hang on a minute, let me full screen this again. In an interview with the publication The Debrief, Chris Mellon, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence, said, quote, "The newly enacted Intelligence Authorization Act incorporates the Senate Intelligence Committee's report language calling for all unclassified, all-source report on the UAP phenomenon. This was accomplished in the joint explanatory statement accompanying the bill. Consequently, it's now fair to say that the request for an unclassified report from the UAP phenomenon enjoys the support of both parties in the House of Congress. Assuming the executive branch honors this important request, the nation will at long last have an objective basis for assessing the validity of the issue and its national security implications. This is an extraordinary and long overdue opportunity. I'm hopeful the new administration will rigorously execute its oversight prerogatives because the concerns of the public and numerous U.S. military personnel have been ignored by a complacent national security bureaucracy for far too long." So because of that bill that Trump passed, it can now be looked into. It's been overlooked for far too long. It's been swept under the rug for far too long. And it can finally be looked into, and we can figure out what these UFOs are, what these strange sightings are. I mean, just the other day, less than a week ago, something flew over an American Airlines jet. We're seeing this stuff happen all the time, and there's so many reports that just go unaccounted for. This is happening worldwide, probably on a daily basis. Someone is seeing something, and there is something out there, and I think it's time that we know what it is. I'm sorry for all the reading in this, but I think this is just absolutely interesting. There's a couple little videos here that I posted in one of my previous videos. These videos, they're being investigated now. It's very interesting. I mean, I'm gonna put this URL in the link in the video so that you can check it out for yourself. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. And like I said, 180 days, and they're not even halfway through all the stuff that they're going to talk about. I think it says down here at the bottom. Let's see, where is it at? They've only released... Let's see if I can find that. They haven't even released half of what they have to be investigated. I can't find it anywhere. But no, they haven't even released half of it yet. Here we go. Since the 180-day requirement was set into motion on December 27th, the CIA has released more than 2,700 pages of documents detailing UFO accounts from the 1940s to the early 1990s. So, 2,700 pages from the 40s to the 90s. Well, what about everything from the 90s till now? That's got to be in their reports. It's got to be. But anyway, if you like what you saw here, please hit that like button and subscribe button. We finally made it to 50. And if you stuck around this long, I really appreciate you watching this. We're going on 10 minutes here, but thank you for hanging out with me. This has been Jonathan Ryan reporting from the Undead End. Everyone take care, be safe, keep your eyes to the skies. We'll see you next time. Peace.